Topsoil Terry here again. I'm here with Elite Diesel. How you doing today, bud?
Doing good, man. Having a good time today.
Now, for the folks at home, what are the services that you guys provide?
We at Elite Diesel are medium and heavy duty engine repair, service, parts, name it. I guess our common phrase is overhead to overhaul and everything in between. And we'll even do custom work. From performance engines to your everyday 450 stuff. So I mean, it's any range, any type, anytime.
Now, what would you say is commonly the one problem that a lot of people come to you to solve, that like they seem to have a lot of trouble getting someone else to fix, that you guys are specialists in getting rid of that problem?
Yeah, we even have some dealerships that have sent us trucks where they have washed their hands to the problems, and it seems like electrical issues tend to be something that a lot of guys will just wave the white flag and take it someplace else. And fuel systems, we're really good in fuel systems. Our owner used to teach fuel system diagnosis at CAT, so he's passed that on to the rest of the shop, of course, and so we're really good with the fuel systems. We dive into the aftermarket world with turbos as well, so guys complaining about low power or poor fuel mileage, we'll see a lot of those guys too.
Okay. Now, as far as like performance parts, you guys deal with a lot of performance parts for guys too. Like, I know you do some work. Yeah. You've worked on our trucks, and so we have got a really good relationship there. But like, how many guys would you say in the last, like on average, they'll say the last 5 years alone, have jumped into the performance ring as far as like racing and stuff versus, say 10 years ago?
Yeah, I would say as far as the Onaway, Michigan is what I think propelled this into numbers that I don't think this country's ever seen. I mean, I think we have seen more in 5 years. I bet the number of trucks, at least the interest, has more than doubled. The phone calls that we get, the emails, the website inquiries, all that is it's just gone through the roof. Every year that the races go off in Onaway, Michigan, it seems to just escalate those numbers, and hard to put a definite number on it, but it seems like it's more than doubled.
Yeah. No, it's amazing how rapidly this sport's growing.
Yes.
I just got into it, like 3 years ago, and every time I go to a show, from last year to this year, every single year, it's almost like every show doubles the amount of people that are there.
It feels that way. If it does, we dabbled in a lot of just the drag racing, just the bobtail stuff for a lot of years prior to kind of bringing that Canadian style, to the States, and done a lot of drag racing in the Texas area, mainly in San Antonio. We were kind of big there for a while, but they're really just, you could show up at an event and there's 5 or 6 race trucks, and then all of a sudden things just, again, after the Onaway stuff and a lot of attention that had been given to things that just seemed like the numbers continually doubled, and just you show up at the same event where there was 5, 6, 7 trucks. The very next year there's 20, and then everybody starts asking the questions: when are we racing loaded trailers? When are we racing loaded trailers? So that is really, if you got to me, you got to give Mike Sturgill, the Onaway bunch, a lot of credit for the explosion, I think.
Yeah.
I do anyway.
Well, that was the first place that I ever saw any of this, was up there at Onaway at Sturgill's track. And we went up for a company outing, and I was just like, what is this? And then, the next year I started racing myself, and, here we are. So, but I think that's how it happens for a lot of people. They just,
it does. You see it once, and the wow factor's there, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh my, I got to do this. I got to figure out a way to do this. And not everybody has to have a 3,000-4,000 A-class truck either.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
there's classes for everybody, and that's what's really cool about it too. You could compete with pretty much anything. I mean, you know, it just takes money.
Yeah. That's all it is.
That's all. That's all. It's just money.
Now, as far as like where the future of Elite Diesel is going, is there anything that you guys have coming down the pipeline that you guys are looking to do in the future?
We're actually really exploring. We've just relocated our shop from Colorado up to Cheyenne, Wyoming back in April. So we've got a chassis and engine dynos. We had to disassemble them. We're still in the process of getting that back up and running. But one thing ownership wants to really look into is natural gas. We're going to start looking into, see about powering some of these engines with natural gas in the near future.
That's a big one. I was not expecting that answer, but that's a big one. So I'm guessing you guys have a lot of experience with that, or
well,
you're gonna find out.
We're going to start somewhere.
Sorry about that, folks. But all right. Well, hey, thanks again for the interview.
Always,
folks. If you're looking for somebody that really knows what they're doing with your truck, Elite Diesel, check them out. Like he said, they're in Wyoming. Do you have a Facebook or webpage or someplace that's best to contact people?
EliteDiesel.biz, and all of our contact information is right there.
All right. All right. Well, thanks again for the interview, bud. Enjoy the show.
Again, man. Absolutely. Have fun.
Hey, folks. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.